Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to look at this worksheet on where do these animals live. So over here on my left, I have where the animals live, and then over here on my right, I have where the animals themselves. So I have the animals over here, or the living organisms over here, and then I have their dwelling place or their homes or where they live on my left over here. So what we are to do is to match the animals to their homes. Match the animals to their homes. So what we are going to do is, if you look at the first animal over here, a spider, where does a spider live? Does a spider live in an ant hill, a hive, a web, a burrow, kennel, den, nest, or a cave? Where does a spider live? So a spider lives in a web. Okay, spider lives in a spider web. So I will connect the dot over here to the web over here using this marker. Are we okay? That is how we are going to go about this exercise. So let's quickly do that. So for a spider lives in a spider web or a web. So I'll connect the line over here like this. The spider lives in a web. Very good. Now let's look at the next organism. The next organism is an ant. Where does an ant live? Does it live in an ant hill, a hive, a web? The web is already taken out, so we can leave that. Does it live in a burrow? Does it live in a kennel, a den, a nest, or a cave? So an ant lives in an ant hill. An ant lives in an ant hill. So I'll connect from the ant to the ant hill over here. Now the next organism or animal is a bee. A bee. So where does a bee live? Does a bee live in a hive, in a burrow, in a kennel, den, nest, or cave? A bee lives in a hive. A bee lives in a hive. So I will connect the bee to the hive. Okay. Now the next question we have over here is a rabbit. The next animal is a rabbit. So where does a rabbit live? Does a rabbit live in a burrow, a kennel, a den, a nest, or a cave? Rabbits live in a hole, which we call burrow or burrow. So the rabbit over here will be connected to its dwelling place or living place as the burrow. Very good. So where does a lion live, which is the next organism? A lion. Where do lions live? Lions live in a den. Lions live in a den or a lion den. So the lion lives in a den. Very good. Where do dogs live? Dogs. Dogs live in a kennel or a dog house. Kennel. Kennel. So this dog lives in its dwelling place known as kennel. Okay, so we have bat and bird. Bat and bird. So where do bats live? Is it in a nest or a cave? Bats typically love to live in a nest, in a cave, okay, where there's darkness. So bats live in a cave. So we have bat cave. Okay, so the bats live in a cave. So the last one we have over here is a bird. A bird. Where do birds live? Do they live in a cave, in a nest, den, kennel, burrow, web, hive, or anthill? Now if you look at it, every organism lives in one of these locations. So the only one left is a nest. So automatically it means the bird live in a nest, and that is the correct answer. So birds live in the nest in a tree. So they have bird nest. Okay, so this is how we do this worksheet. We have the animals or the living organisms over here. We have their dwelling place. So we said the spider lives in a web, an ant lives in an ant hill, bees live in a hive, rabbits live in a burrow, lion lives in a den, dog lives in a kennel, bat lives in a cave, and bird lives in a nest. So thank you so much for watching, and now you know where some organisms where they live. So you now know some organisms and where they live. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.